Hi everyone, it's Marianne, and I thought I'd just stop and say hi and let you know how things were going. And it is now exactly, 2 weeks yesterday that I got my very first set of braces. And I have to say the first week and a half was the absolute worst because number one of the tooth pain and number two, how much the braces chew up the gums. So I have to say that about 3 or 4 nights ago, I was finally able to sleep without any wax on. I still have a little hole in my cheek over here because let's see, these teeth stick out so far. And so every time I close my mouth, my lip gets hung up on it. So, and then once it starts to swell, it is just catches all the time. So, anyways, everything is going well. Eating has gotten a lot better. I still kind of prefer the soft foods, but then, oh, by the way, you can see my putty tat back there. That is Jasmine, and otherwise known as Princess. And as you can see, the way she sits just like a princess. Oh, and it's Wild Kingdom, and that is Sarah, the dog. Oh, and there's Lucy, and they have just come in from outside, so they're ready to stink up the room now because they've probably been rolling in worms. So, anyways, so what was I saying? Eating has gotten a lot better. I do like the soft foods. They do get in everything, and so I prefer to kind of not eat out in public unless I have to, and then if I do, I kind of just stick it in the back of my mouth, and so if it's going to gunk things up, I'd rather it gunk up back there than have it up here. I did have a situation, I think we were at the store, and so I kind of went to the restroom, and I pulled out one of the Christmas trees. They had samples around the store. So I pulled out one of the Christmas trees and I'm, cleaning away and, ramming it up in there and things. I have to say the number one greatest thing I could possibly have is the water pick. Oh my goodness, that thing is such a lifesaver. And after I've eaten, I can't wait to get home and just use that thing because it just gets everything out. It's just amazing how much stuff gets out of there. And it's better than just brushing by itself. And so my routine is basically to water pick. And I actually water pick twice in a row because it's just 30 seconds. And I feel like the first one is getting the worst of it out. And the second time is just making sure everything is out and then trying to focus on kind of that flossing area, which I know it's not the same as flossing. I am flossing usually like Friday night or a night when I know I'm going to be home because it takes a long time. And I think I did it last Friday night, and I think by the time I did everything, the flossing, the water picking, all that stuff, it really took an hour. It was such a pain. But I don't want to have gum problems, so I know how important it is. So hopefully things are going to get easier, but I'll have to tell you, I can see that flossing is just a huge problem. So I may actually go ahead and have my teeth cleaned every 6 months, or every 3 months, that is, just to make sure everything's out of there. So I will have to pay for that out of pocket. Oh, another thing that happened is that I did go ahead and have the fillings redone in a tooth up in here, which they were silver fillings. Actually, I had 2 fillings. There were 3 areas that were potential problems, but when he got in there, only 2 of them actually needed to be redone. So, so it actually, since he numbed up this whole area, he might as well have just done them all. And I have, over time, just keep trying to replace all the silver with white fillings, of course. because it's much healthier for you and your teeth. And what else? Oh, and I have to say, I was really nervous about getting fillings, which I'm nervous about that no matter what. But there is this new technology that this dentist has where instead of hand injecting the Novocaine, there's actually, it almost looks like a water pick, and it has a needle at the end, and it pumps it's electronically computerized, pumps the Novocaine into the nerve area. Apparently when you shoot it in all at once, it doesn't have enough time to absorb, and so it actually doesn't reach all the areas of the nerve that it needs to reach. And so this way it's actually slower, so the dentist has to hold this thing, you know, this apparatus against your, you know, you don't feel it because they've numbed up that area with, kind of like Ambisol, but, you know, physician strength. So it's numbed up, so you don't actually feel the needle at all. So what I'm trying to say is that it was actually so much less painful to have this done. And honestly, once you get numbed up, the dentist drilled out the couple cavities. That took maybe about 7 or 8 minutes. And then the dental technician, she came in and she filled them. And it probably, the whole thing took about 20 minutes. A little bit longer because I had a lot of questions I wanted to ask about my jaw and different things and cleaning and things like that. But really, I mean, I was in and out of there in an hour. Let's just say that. So the funny thing is that the tooth that was redone needed to be resurfaced. And normally what they have you do is they have you bite down onto this almost like green carbon paper. And then wherever there's this green where it's touched, they kind of drill it down. And that's how they kind of resurface it. Well, I can't bite down. I cannot bite down. So they couldn't exactly resurface that tooth. So she kind of guessed and did the best she could. And oh well. So when and if, you know, when they finally get all this to close up, you know, this overbite thing, I can get it resurfaced at that point. One last thing is that the dentist, eventually, because these two teeth are so little, eventually they're going to need to have bonding done to widen them, which will help build out the upper jaw and the teeth curve. So what the orthodontist had thought is that they would leave just a gap on each side, and what this dentist said, well, he would like to have a gap on both sides, and then he could build the teeth out evenly. So that's going to look so odd when, you know, I finally get my overbite fixed, and then there's gaps in all those between all those teeth, and until it gets fixed. So it's just going to be kind of odd that will happen, but it's way down the road. I don't have to worry about it for right now. And that's actually about it. So I have to say the first 2 weeks is the hardest. So far, so good. I'm actually getting very excited about the whole process. I'm ready to go in for my next appointment in mid-December, and just let's put the hard wire on. Let's get going. I want to see changes. I am taking pictures of the teeth almost every day, not quite every day, just to try to monitor changes. I don't figure there's a whole lot happening right at the moment because it's just a trainer wire, really. But I'm really getting excited for the changes. It's going to be a good thing. So I'm really glad I'm doing it. So just want to say thanks for watching and have a really great day. And if you like this, subscribe or like down below. and we'll see you soon. And until next time, probably if I don't check in, the next time will be a couple more weeks from now when I actually go in for my first adjustment. And I'll let you know what happens there and how things are going. So, see you later. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.